Welcome everyone. I want to thank Ragical for sharing part 1 of this video on his channel. To all you new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And as always, my viewers and subscribers are awesome. Yes, Ragical, you are awesome too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last week I covered 10 minutes of the supposedly quick video that Freedom Unchained promised. He asked whomever if Ragical was a paid shill or CIA or one of the minions a government entity sends out or just a status bootlicker. Freedom Unchained, just admit you are a SEIZURE auditor for fuck's sake. Anyway, let's dive into the rest of the video and see how far we can get.
But this is why we're here. This is why I'm here. Well, as per usual, we are dealing with amazing audio quality. In case you didn't hear, the officer wants him to either record in front of the two cars or...
Oh my god, we're dealing with awesome quality of audio. Yes, you know, it's a cell phone. Do you expect people to carry around high quality camera and audio equipment for every interaction that they have in this world? Is that what you think? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Or am I there just to record the interaction between the cop and a individual just to make sure the cop doesn't get out of hand? So does the audio and the video quality actually really matter? Or are you just nitpicking because you have nothing else to nitpick about?
Actually, yes, the audio does matter. If you claim police officers to be armed gang members and say that they don't care about our rights, then what they say should be heard as much as possible in the recording. After all, words matter, right?
Behind his car, so he's not next to the traffic stop. You know, he can still film. He's not telling him not to film, but of course he needs to do the antagonizing thing, right? That's what frauditors do after all. He's already breaking rule number 1. Do not become part of the story. So that you can observe this.
I think you missed the visual part of this. Did you not see I was actually doing as the cop wished? I was behind the car? No. You have to change the narrative to fit your purposes. That's what you need to do. So I wasn't the one in the wrong. I didn't make myself part of the story. The cop's ego got out of hand, and his orders he was barking around, he realized I was actually following without following, so he had to bark more orders so that he would get me to comply to his orders, which, you know, I'm happy to make him feel safe because he's so scared of a man with a camera. So I stepped back a foot. When in reality, he probably would have been safer if he allowed me to stand in front of his car, which he told me to stand in front of his car. But then when he realized that he made a mistake with his words and he didn't want me that close to his car, then he told me to stand in front of the victim's car. Weird. Just seems like he just wants to bark orders out.
Oh my god, you are happy to make him feel safe? But he has the ego and you don't? You inserted yourself into his traffic stop. You made it all about you. You didn't give a flying fuck about the person sitting in the car. You didn't care about what could happen in this situation. It's all barking orders and he can't get what he's saying straight. Yeah, such big talk from a freeman of the land who knows his rights. Marvel, this guy pisses me off with his fuck you, it's all about me and my content attitude. Do you have anything to say about this?
Now who's trying to push a narrative? They're not afraid of you. They don't know if you have weapons. They don't know you. It's nighttime, and they're in the middle of a traffic stop, so they can't pay attention to you and the traffic stop at the same time. It's called situational awareness. Look it up. Frauditors never seem to have it. As for not making yourself part of the story, yeah, you did. And you know you did. That's what you're there for. You're a troll. You're there to try to cause something to happen so you have a better video. We know this, and deep down so do you. And your camera, as shitty as it is, has a zoom. You don't have to be right up on them to make your little video. You can step back to where they asked you to be and zoom in, and it won't change the quality of the picture at all. You know that too, but like I said, you're there to cause trouble.
observed.
So what was wrong with me being right in front of your car?
He's on 885 Citizen Shop. Everything is. For my
He's so lucky he got a call there because he didn't really have to answer my question. What is wrong with me standing in front of your car? He paused for a second, and then he luckily got a little beep chirp on his radio that he had to respond to. Of course, he had to have backup. He needs backup for this situation because I'm so scary. A man walking his dog down the sidewalk with a camera recording the interaction of a cop and a citizen. I am a threat.
First, you had just asked the question and immediately his radio beeped. He never hesitated. Why do you lie? Oh, that's right. It's all about your narrative and how tough you are compared to the officer. And you claim he has the ego. Oh, and it's not about the camera. To him, you are a potential threat. Second, he called backup so he could finish the traffic stop and get the person who you are keeping waiting with all your bravado and theatrics on their way.
I don't know you. I have to pay attention to this.
Would you like me to go in front of your car?
Either in front of his car.
You need another unit?
See how he said before in front of my car, but then he's like, no, that's too close for you. You might actually catch something I'm doing incorrectly. So no, not in front of his car, where you were standing before.
Yes. And I can't observe you.
You can observe.
Hey, I need you to have that way.
But I don't want you in my blind spot when I'm trying to run his license.
All right, I'll stop. Just for yours, right here.
Yeah, so I either need you to be behind mine.
Here, I'll be right here. You can see me. Just for yours.
Thank you.
You know, because I don't want you to be scared.
I'm not scared.
Did I not seem like a reasonable person trying to make him feel secure in his insecure body? I think I was pretty reasonable in this stop.
Before I respond to this, and since you are such a stickler for words and their meanings, let's look at what reasonable is defined as, shall we? Reasonable. Of a person having sound judgment, fair and sensible. As much as is appropriate or fair, moderate. By these two definitions, the police officer is being quite reasonable. You, however, are putting words in his mouth. You are making offhanded remarks to try and get a rise out of him. You are not using sound judgment, being fair or sensible. He is actually doing things correctly. He is trying to secure the scene so he can do his job safely. Not just for him, but for you, your dog, and the person in the car whom you don't give a shit about.
Right. Yeah.
Just divided attention is difficult.
I understand.
Okay? I need this. So I either need you to be behind mine.
Here, I'll be right here. You can see me. Just for yours.
Thank you.
You know, because I don't want you to be scared.
I'm not scared. I just divided attention is difficult.
I understand.
Okay? I need to complete my stop with him.
I understand.
You're taking me away
I'm not taking you away from anything, but go ahead, continue.
So now we have this guy whining about him not being able to observe when he can simply observe from here or in front of the traffic stop. It's not the officer's fault you have crappy camera equipment and audio equipment. And yeah, I know, you guys always want to record everything, including the dead air. But if the dead air is all kinds of wind noises and we can't even make out what's being said...
Oh my god, what a whiner. Oh my, you're allowed to be free and walk on the sidewalk, but no. Wah, wah, wah. You have bad audio equipment. Oh, it's not our fault that the officer needs to bark orders and wishes you to go all the way over there. What would make him so insecure that he wouldn't allow me to stand in front of his vehicle? I knew this was going to be great. I knew he had nothing to bitch about, but he had to nitpick his little bitchiness of this fraud. What does he call it? Fraudulator? I don't know. That's what the cops are. Fraudulators. Is that what they call it?
Hey man, you're black. You are too.
Wow, the projection here is off the hook. And it's Frauditor. Frauditor. That is a made-up word consisting of fraud and First Amendment auditor.
it is rather useless, right? So get a better camera, get a better microphone, and you might not have to get so close to pick up what's being said. Not to mention the officer doesn't want to divide his attention between you and the guy he's pulled over, which is exactly what's happening with you constantly walking back and forth in his blind spot. How come this basic shit is so hard to understand for you lot?
How is this basic shit so hard for you to understand that this officer just wanted to bark orders and I was standing a perfect spot for him to see me visibly and his traffic stop in front of his vehicle, but he felt so unsafe. You just want to bitch, don't you? Because you're a bootlicker.
Hey man, you're black. You are too.
I just used the pot calling the kettle black meme. You really need to stop projecting.
Because you love to lick boots. Because you believe the government has all this authority and they have all the power, but they don't. You're not even from America. You don't even know what the fucking Constitution is. You don't even know what the Constitution is.
He knows more than you do. In fact, most people in foreign countries know the U.S. better than we citizens do. You take words and make something into what it isn't. You think you know all about words, but don't know how they work in different contexts.
It is a trust. Do you know what a trust is? Can you tell me what a trust is? Please, I'll wait and... Alright, come on, tell me what a trust is. Oh, wait, no, you don't know what a trust is. Because you don't know what law is. A trust... Okay, I'll explain the Constitution trust for you. Okay, we the people... That's the grantor. Okay, the people are the grantor. In order to form a more perfect union, establish justice. Okay, that is the trustee part of it. Okay, we are going to establish this side of the government. This form of government to protect our right to freedom and liberty, which is, you know, the beneficiary part of it for the people. So the grantor are the people, the trustee is the government, and the beneficiary are the people. Doesn't say anywhere where the people have to be subject to the authorities of the trustee part of the trust. No, but you don't understand trust.
Oh, we got another officer.
Right there. You walk back between the police car and the other car, showing you are not reasonable.
Alright, so now I'm standing in front of the officer's car where he can easily see me and I'm not in his blind spot. And I'm holding a camera and a leash, so I should not be a threat to him. I'm where he wished me to be from the beginning.
No, you are not. That was where you stood shortly after walking up on the scene. The officer moved you from that spot to behind his car. And just because you are holding a camera in one hand and a leash in the other doesn't mean you can't be a threat.
Until you realized what he was saying didn't make me far enough away for him to be protected from a camera. You know, protected from a camera so the camera can't catch anything he does improperly? Okay.
You can't stand right there, man. You gotta either go in front or behind our car.
I'm in front of your car.
What's that?
I'm in front of your vehicle.
Stand between our traffic stop, you're obstructing.
No, I'm not obstructing.
You like that? You like how they're too stupid to even use the words that they want to use, but their brain's so scrabbled, they're like, you either have to be behind or in front of our vehicle. And I say, I am in front of your vehicle. And they say, you can't be in between our stop. But I'm not really in between your stop because I'm on the sidewalk. Isn't your stop in the middle of the road? We get to that. So we'll continue.
You made me pull this meme out again.
Hey man, you're black. You are too.
You have said you fumble your words. Why the double standards for the officers? You are being a distraction even though you are too ignorant to see it. Your rights are trumping the rights of the person in the car. They have been waiting to get a ticket and be on their way. But you don't f***ing care.
I'm not obstructing. This is my best position right here.
You have to walk up and possibly get someone out of the vehicle.
I'm safe.
It is not just your safety that is the concern here. Personally, I'm more worried about your dog being safe. But it is quite clear you You have to stand behind.
You're worried about my dog being safe? Why are you worried about my dog being safe? Are you scared the officers are going to get out of control? You know, because you know the officers get out of control. And they can't handle themselves. They can't handle their ego. They can't handle their need to bark orders at people.
In this police car or in front of the traffic stop, not in between. And this is exactly where you went.
But that's not what the officer asked. They asked me to stand in front of their vehicle or behind their vehicle. That's what they asked. Both of them asked me that, actually.
Again with the narrative. The officers meant the car they pulled over. Oh my God, how the hell do you get through the day? We have established that you think you aren't a threat. But what if someone else came up and was a threat? You, your dog, the officers, and the person in the car who you have seemed forgotten about are in harm's way.
You antagonistic little bastard, you. Oh, look at that. You broke rule number 2, trying to cop bait. Good job. And this is exactly where you went, huh? You antagonistic little bastard, you. Oh, look at that. You broke rule number 2, trying to cop bait. Good job.
Cop bait. I'm trying to cop bait. Okay, that's rule number 2.
If you want to record this, fine. I'm on public sidewalk, you guys. I'm safe, okay? I'm not obstructing. Whatever you guys want to say, I'm not obstructing you guys, okay?
If we have to come up and deal with it. Yes, in a moment. When I'm done with him. I'm going to get him out of here in a minute, but I got this one, okay? Just a minute, okay? I got those two. What? My partner, this is the way that we walk to this vehicle, okay? If something goes bad.
This is the way we walk to the car. You know, there's all this room, but we need even more room to walk to the vehicle in case something goes wrong. What do you guys think is going wrong? You have one individual in a vehicle. What do you think is going to come out? Come out with like a shitload of guns and like swords and something, start swinging shit around? Oh, you need all this room to do your traffic stuff, or you just don't want me there because you have an ego and you need to boss people around.
You still don't get it. The person in the car could have a gun. The guy that just pulled up in the car could have had a gun. Because you are there, they are responsible to see you don't get hurt. That means keeping your distance so they can deal with whatever happens. My fucking God! Your ego is so huge, you can't see past it.
I'm a far distance from you guys. It's my right to be where I'm standing, and if I get in harm's way, then it's my right to be in harm's way. That's fine. I don't need you guys to keep me out of harm's way.
That's our job.
Your job is a lot of different things, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm a grown adult. I can make decisions of what is harmful or not harmful.
Grown adult, huh? So grown adults go around doing recordings like this and acting like a little childish brat. You know, just trying to poke the officers in such a way that they, you know, have some kind of reaction to you. I mean...
Oh, wah, crybaby. You're such a crybaby. No one's provoked the officers. The officers provoked themselves because they have an ego problem. I never spoke to the officers until they spoke to me. Until they started barking orders around. So stop bootlicking. You're bootlicking, dude.
You don't have to use words to provoke. Actions work just as well. Actions like not standing where you were asked to stand, for instance. As far as being an adult, there is some debate on that, as all you have done is bitch, piss, and moan about the police this entire video. You may choose to put yourself at risk, but what about your dog? Oh, that's right. We have established that she has no rights because you see her as property.
Frauditor.
What did he say?
That's not something to be proud of. Poke the officers in such a way that they, you know, have some kind of reaction to you. I mean, you're a budding frauditor. That's not something to be proud of. But we all see right through you, buddy. You're just going down the list of frauditing points.
Wow, Freedom Unchained, you totally missed what Ragical was doing. Ragical is supposed to be a Never mind. If you couldn't see the joke then, you are a lost cause now.
You can see right through me. Yeah, a man just holding a camera, standing his ground. You can see right through me, dude. You are so smart and intelligent. You know law so well. I'm so glad you know law. You can teach all these people law. Because you're educating so many people on law. You're doing a great service for the community and the world.
Very, very transparent.
Very transparent.
You could just go finish your job with him, and then we wouldn't be in this position. I'm not taking you away from anything. Am I forcing you to do anything, officer?
No, but I've
Okay.
asked you to
I'm not.
stand more in front of my car so I can see
You can see me right here. I was right. You said in front of your car so you can see me. No, I'm not.
Just passing by?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm gonna have my partner stand right here with you.
You can have him do whatever you wish.
Okay.
Whatever makes you feel more. That's fine. Whatever makes you feel more
And
comfortable.
I'm gonna get him out of here.
Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I'm not stopping you.
You have stopped them since you made your presence known. That poor person sitting in their car watching all this must be pissed off with you. I sure as hell would be. Marvel, what do you think?
I'm bored. I thought at least he'd have an argument or two, but he's got nothing. All he does is repeat what Ragical says about him back at him. It's stupid. Everybody sees that's what you're doing. He's so used to being a parrot, of just parroting what he hears on YouTube, that he's doing it now. I don't know if he thinks he's providing a good argument, but he's not. And it's just getting repetitive and boring, and I just can't, guys. What a moron.
I agree, and thank you for your help. I think this is a good place to stop and pick up the rest in part 3. I really need a break from this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.